Moo everybody, I'm Brickable Cow, and today here's another layout update video. But first, if you check out TMC and you feel like subscribing, your first monthly subscription is 25% off with the code MooCow25 at checkout, just so you know. So check them out. But today we have that's funny, right when I started his head fell. We have the layout update number 2. And we're going to use this fancy little new camera. So hopefully you guys can uh, get a better experience out of what I have to work with here. So what we're doing today is showing you update number 2 to the TBC Fairgrounds. We're going to start with the back end of the 40. If you want to go back, I have linked in the first video of this. So go back, check that out, watch this again. It kind of sort of will kind of blend together. So we're kind of in the back end of the back 40. Not a lot of it has been developed. This area is still in development. The whole thing is still in development. But I wanted to show you all some key parts that I've done. I have been working in the background with some detailing and some other portions that you may not have known about or seen yet. So here we are. Let's get into it. First off, I want to say Merry Christmas. There will be flashing lights just for a little while. So if you're seeing this, this is the day before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you. So we have not yet decorated the tree in this video, but I promise you, as of Christmas, it was decorated. So put some lights on there. And I honestly am a big fan of them. I got them from Bevan's Bricks store, and I've gotten a bunch of stuff from him. And now we're going down a rabbit hole, so you'll see a few different things in today's video involving some lighting that I've done my own since going down the rabbit hole of Fun Hole. So yeah, so the next portion I want to move into is Merry Christmas again. I have set up this cute little scene here. So as you can see, I have set up this little scene here. You got Vacation Santa that I got from TMC. Vacation Santa is over here. He's putting down the margarita and he's picking up the candy cane and shooing out the turkey. It's his turn. He's coming out of retirement for Christmas. So one thing you may notice is I'm trying something new. I did get a newer camera. And I really appreciate it. So I am going to put it to full use. And so I'm trying different techniques now with some videos. So I hope the video quality in general is better. I hope that my little pauses and cuts in here kind of make sense to you. But bear with me. This is my first run at this, and I hope y'all do enjoy every little bit of detail I've thrown into my layout. Um, there's been numerous hours of work done into it and numerous different days. Of course, this has been a layout growing across the 2 years I've been on YouTube, and we're in the mix of it. So what I want to get at is I have added into a Midway entrance. I felt like having an open concept coming back from the barn was great. But at the same time, you kind of needed like a courtyard. Not sure, kind of. I'm learning all these terms. You see, I'm kidding. So the back 40 in itself is now cut off into its own section, and so now you're moving into the midway, coming through the gate. First off, I want to introduce somebody. Yeah, that was weird. Now this one, now this guy that I want to introduce, like I said, this is a new run at this. I'm trying. This guy I haven't quite made up a name for him. A lot of the figures that we're going to start putting into this as workers per se, I have not named. I would like to get some help from my viewers and make this a little fun. Um, I do have sig figs. I want to add a bunch of sig figs to the fairgrounds. As a lot of you may know, a lot of my old rides may be on the edge of your security. But I do want to remind you all that here in the fairgrounds, we do take your safety to extreme levels. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. This guy, he's the mechanic. He's the one taking care of all the mechanical issues that's wrong with the layout. And I'm pretty sure he's responsible for taking a lot of the safety features out of my equipment. But we're not going to put that out there. Y'all come through, have a great time. So I invite you all to join me as I enter through the Midway section here. So coming through the gates, at the moment you'll see a Christmas tree. That won't always be there. Some of the trees around, they won't always be there. Of course, the big tree that will be there. There'll be something else in those spots. But the point of it is just to give you the idea of theming. Um, Even though the builds are still in progress, I'm still trying to theme it as we go, little by little. So a few different things will be we'll have the holiday layover per se, like a wreath or Christmas tree near it or something. But so right here in this frame where you got the Christmas tree coming right through the gates. Um, as you can see, let's start with the UFO ride. That is right. I think that's set. Let me see my notes. 31095. Yeah, I was a little off. So I would not have told you it, but 31095, the UFO 3-in-1 carousel. That was gifted to me when I first started this whole mess of ideas, and I still have it in my layout today. Barely modified. The only modifications done to it are the fact that um, I took apart the mechanical parts just because I'm not in Mills plate section yet. So I'm trying to just make it work with the layout at the moment. Um, and so when we get to millsing everything, then I can put back in all the mechanical workings and get that all set. So that's still here. I did take the space ride. Um, as you can see, I took that from that set, which I do have, but that is not even anywhere close to being in my layout. Although it is in parts, you'll start to see that once we get to the roller coaster. Wink, wink. But So we got our first Carney. We got to name him also. So there's two people to start with in this video. Keep track of them. How many you got to name? So far there's two. Our first Carney is offering you a ride on the carousel. Now again, our little mechanic at work has has been doing some work. So your ride is always promised to be a thrill. um, Up top, you can see that I have made a booth uh, using the Shootomatic brick from, I believe, Jokerland, Canon, I believe that is. I tried to theme it more towards the red, yellow, outlined, blue slanted brick there. I don't know what you call that piece. Tried to theme it more all around that, and it just kind of went in with that color of uh, specifically towards the Shootomatic sign, because that in itself is red and yellow and blue. So those kind of tied in. Let's pan up. Um, let's see. Do 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 do. There we go. You can see I put an old style of gun on there, which we're going to probably swap out for something. I am using, uh, what are those called? Spear guns. As the guns back there, I have a brown, green, and yellow duck, a couple targets, and it does have a lighting feature. It also comes with 3 targets, and as you can see, I have made it to be cut into 2 spots. I put one of these light bricks back here, which you can take out. It's honestly the best idea there. And then you break all your flags. Come on. This is still being a work in progress. I do need a few more bricks and pieces to get it totally sealed up and finished. And there that is. So that gives you a little bit of a bam, excuse me, a bam wow feature right off the bat when you walk in the gates, you know. Um, Next up in frame, you can see we have going up towards that way. We have part of a hot dog tree and a picnic area, uh, which that hot dog tree, instead of shedding leaves, it sheds hot dogs. It's a weird concept, but hey, just with that, just be mindful that we have a couple hot dog stands coming to the park also. So, wink, wink. Uh, and not only that, let's pan up a little bit. Do 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 do. And right here, you can see I have made a hot dog reef and pinned it to this side of the roller coaster or the Ferris wheel because I am working on trying to get pieces together to build another TBC sign like the other side. Um, so yeah. Oh, I broke my tree. I just seen that. Um, let's move on to the next feature. Now, this contraption, I'm going to call it contraption for now. I still don't quite have a name for it. I have an idea, but this was brought to me, excuse me, from an idea from the TMC crew. A member of the crew had made a ride similar to this with one single mast going up and 2 arms coming off. Um, and and so I had taken that, and immediately I had seen springs sprung in my brain. So I had used the springs and these arms and bucket scoops as the sort of my mock of that I had taken inspiration from. So um, there's still a lot to be done to it, and it's not going to be one of those operational rides for a little while. This is a very part intensive mock because I want it to look right. Like I have this picture in my head coming off of his creation, and I just kind of I want more springs. I have a few more springs, maybe a few more arms, but at the same time, if you look at it from where you're looking, I don't quite have a lot of room, right? So there's not a lot I can do. This I had managed because it's right here at the end of my table and I could button it up, okay? But same with that, I had also made it go up and be able to spin from going up another level. So testing out stuff like that and making that all functionable and stable. So working on that. Next up in frame, we got the fishing shack, and this is a great opportunity to show you some lights. Okay, next up, I want to kind of just give you this better view. I somewhat put a reef on the side of the mock here. This is an old fishing shack. I feel like it is. I built this on a stream. I know Cliffy helped me with it. It was one of my very first beginning mocks into one of the layouts, and I've kept it since. It's very special, and so I've added into it, and I've kind of kept it original. I've been thinking about downsizing it. It doesn't necessarily need to be that big, but at the same time, like I said, it's got a little bit more of a special area than just a regular old mock, you see. So, as you can see down at the bottom of it, we got a couple kitty cats hanging out with Oscar the Grouch. I bet you he's super happy about that. I was super happy to get him, and I thought, well, I kind of created the layout to be seen from all ways, and I think if I kind of put him right in the middle, he kind of gets seen from all ways. So y'all will see that to come when I get to the end of the table there. We will then back up and see the whole table for itself in its glory. So stay tuned for that. That is to come. This is video number 2. And so next to that, we got our light pole and porta potty. Not only that, I tried to make it a little bit fun. And I thought, how can you make a porta potty fun for the holiday? Well, put a Christmas tree on top of the porta potty. So that's what I did. I put one of them little pine trees up top with a red round plate, and got a little Christmas tree. So now with this, there are a couple things running into this. I was talking about trying to downsize this shack. At the same time, I don't. It has sentimental value and another value to it. It holds a good spot to where I can then place a battery pack and some wires and some other stuff. You see what I mean? And an easy way to get into it. My roof is accessible, so um, that portion now help me out so much in this part of the layout. I can now add lights unseen, almost unseen, because I'm working on it in this area. So let's show you the lights. Bam! That is quite a bright little light post again from Bevins. Thank you. And so uh, with that, I didn't know where to put it. It's my first one, so I was kind of really testing it out. And in the dark, it really does like light this place up. Let's turn out this light. You see what I mean? Maybe we can turn off the camera light for a minute. It really lights it up in that one area. Now wait until you see the next area with lights. We'll go to that here in a minute. But so I added in some light. Whoa, focus in there. I love this camera. I added some light there. You got to have some light to see to go to the bathroom. And so on. So these are just little bits and pieces into the new lighting journey that we're in. So stay tuned for all of that. So our last little bit in this video here is a new pirate band. I wanted to add a stage somewhere where not necessarily just a pirate band can be there, but just about anything. So this entails of a piano, a couple guitars, a violin, and maracas, and then of course your lead singer. So you got 6 people on a pirate band. There's a couple instruments. Uh, uh, Now, there's various different things that we can do. This is mainly going to be like one of those home bands, So we may see a lot of the pirate band around. We may see some acts around. Just kind of depends on kind of the flow of things and the season. So the pirate band came out to sing you some piratey Christmas tunes. I did add some lighting to the stage for them. So let's test that out. So as you can see, there's a very slow turning LED, turning to a couple different colors. Now I also have added, let's turn off this light again. There it is. Nope. There it is. There it is. It's going to go blurry for a minute. I'm sorry. Look at that. That's a good view. So your piratey band there now has the light from the light post there helping them be illuminated, but also an LED above to give you that concert feel. This is more for like a live band action, just kind of giving you some good vibes, some good music going on, type of thing. Let's get some light back on that. Maybe it'll stop. So yeah, just want to say a huge thank you for all of you who stay tuned to the end and consider watching this video today. Stay tuned for part 3. We got some more rides to come, castle area, and more. So please consider hitting that like button, subscribing, and we will catch you into the next one.